Good morning, folks. Those in the UK, anyway. Good afternoon, good evening. Those in Australia. We've got a cracker for you guys. We've got a quality game coming up. I can't wait for this. This should be fun. This should be very fun. Melbourne Storm versus Brisbane Broncos. This'll be good. Both teams not 100% at full strength, but very close. And still with good players either way. And Moses Leo, in particular, somebody that I didn't really know anything about going into this season, but he's been very impressive so far. So, I'm looking forward to seeing more of him. Because he looks quick. Looks very, very quick. And that left edge, on paper, looks good. On the right, the Storm are executing really well. On that left, with Munster, it's going to be McDonald playing on that left-hand side. So, Munster, McDonald, Leo and Meany, that's a quick left edge. So let's see if they can make a bit more down that side as well this week. The Broncos, I want to see just an improved effort from them. A little bit more resilience in defence. And if they can show a bit more punch up front, that'd be great. But I hope everyone's doing well. There is a poll in the chat, 6 votes. Most of you say that Storm's going to win at the moment. But if you've got any exact score predictions, let me know. Let me know. Team lists are currently up on screen. I'll do a run through before we get started with the game, which is about 13 minutes away, 12 to 13 minutes away, plus extra, because it always takes a bit longer in the NRL. But yeah, I hope everyone is doing fine and dandy. I've not actually checked the other score. I backed Panthers 1-12, and it is 13 plus. Oh, and it is Panthers 13 plus. Okay, my prediction was perfect then. I kind of wish it wasn't, because that's really bad on the Roosters. That is really bad. Thomas Jenkins hat-trick. Okay, I backed him anytime, so I'll take that. What score did I go with for the Panthers? 12-28. And that is ridiculous. Is this game on Sky? I don't know if it is. It is not. That is ridiculous. 440. I mean, I was thinking Panthers 1-12, but that's insane. That is insane. Anyway, did I bet on that? I did. Yes, I bet on that. The Panthers to win. I need the Storm to win as well for the bet. Hopefully that works out. But yeah, if you got any exact score predictions for this game, let me know. I went with 30-12 to the Storm. So I'll sort of go through the notes that I made for the predictions video. And why I went with the prediction that I did. So far this season, the Storm have won both games. Broncos have lost both of theirs. For availability, there's no major losses for the Storm. Alec McDonald and Trent Liero are available, which is good. For the Broncos, Gusevski is out. Brendan Piakora is available. But Willison holds that spot at the moment in the back row. Shibasaki has also been moved to the bench, meaning Mariner moves to centre. Grant Anderson will start for the Broncos, which is an interesting shift. Of all the players to drop, I don't think Shibasaki is the one that you drop, in my opinion. The Broncos haven't really been looking as strong through the middle as I thought they would this year. The Storm have looked very strong to start the season. It looks easy for them getting up the field, finding offloads and getting quick play the balls as well, which brings Harry Grant into the game even more on top of it, which is, I mean, he already knows how to unlock defences anyway, but you give him quick rucks and a recipe for victory, I'd say. With the Storm, I still think there's room for them to grow as well in attack anyway. There are times when the attack does break down. When it's in shape, it normally gets to Farlongo and has to kind of make adjustments, or I don't know. It has a couple times it's broken down with him. I mean, he got a hat-trick last week, so he's making right decisions as well, but it's just in shape. Sometimes it breaks down, but that'll get cleaned up over time, which is fine. It's not that common anyway. And they've got multiple ways of breaking open defensive lines. They can execute cleanly in shape. The heads-up footy is elite as well. Munster and Hughes can control each edge of the attack and create chances with a run or kicking game. And they can identify weaknesses extremely quickly and punish lazy defenders. Now, with the Broncos, they are stacked with quality pieces, as we know. But there's a few problems in the side at the moment. It feels to me like they think they can bully teams through the middle. That is one thing I said in the predictions video. I think it feels to me they think they can bully teams through the middle, which they're not doing. They get frustrated very easily. They lose motivation and their attitudes drop. They get worse when things aren't going their way. They drop the ball way too much as well, just gifting territory away to teams. And honestly, they aren't giving Reece Walsh the ball nearly enough. I think they need him in those sweeping runs out the back, early in the set, inside their own half, stretching the defence. And they can't get into a wrestle with the Melbourne Storm. They just can't do it. So, they need to spread the ball early, get him on those sweeping runs, stretch the defence, get him on the kicking game a little bit more as well. And he's potentially the most dangerous player in the game and use him as such. So for this game, even though the Broncos aren't playing that well, there's always something in the back of my mind that's telling me that the Broncos can win this one. Which they can, given the squad that they have and the team that we know they can be. Last year's a prime example of that. But so far, the Storm have been elite in and out of possession, while the Broncos are conceding way too many points right now. I still think the comeback potential is on with the Broncos, but the Storm are on a different level as of right now, so I'll have to go with what I've seen so far. So for prediction, I went with Storm to win by 13+, scoreline of 30-12, and anytime try scorer was Harry Grant. So there you go. That's my prediction. And if you want to join the NRL Predictions League, by the way, there's a link in the description of this live stream for legs. Go sign up, join the league. All you have to do is just pick your winners. Pick at least 4 winners every week, and I'll be looking at the points and profit categories each week in the predictions video. So go check that out, folks. Go check it out. But again, if you've got an exact scoreline yourself, you want to put in your predictions, take all the glory, go for it. And I'm 2 subscribers away from 14.8k. I'm very close to 15k. Thanks, folks. Thank you. But let's get a trumpet, shall we? Lovely. It's very quiet in here at the moment. It's very quiet. Thought for a game like this there'd be more people, but it's alright. It's alright. It's okay. This is my only NRL stream of the weekend. I was hoping to do, or I was tempted to do the Rabbitohs versus Tigers, but it's going to be a long day for me on Saturday, so I chose to avoid the game and sleep in a bit longer, because it's going to be a long day for me on Saturday. But next week I hope to do more. I'm going to look at the schedule real quick and see if there's anything else or multiple games for next week. Okay. So Thursday the 26th, I could probably do Sea Eagles versus Roosters. Broncos versus Dolphins, I could do that one. I think I'll have done every Broncos game so far. Even next week. And it's not by choice, it's just kind of schedule-wise it's worked out that way. 8:35 Cowboys Storm, I guess I could do that one. 8:15 Titans Dragons, I could try and do that one. So, Sea Eagles Roosters, Broncos Dolphins, Cowboys Storm, Titans Dragons, I could aim for those. Mix up the teams as well. But yeah, I've done pretty much every Broncos game at this point, including the World Cup Challenge. We've got 20 votes, 50-50 in the poll at the moment. Does anyone want to change that? Does anyone want to give Storm or Broncos the edge if you've not voted yet? We've got about 6 minutes to go. Okay. And it's Melbourne Storm with the edge in the poll at the moment. Okay, it is quiet in here. It is very quiet, but it's okay. It's okay. If you want to just simmer in the background, that is fine. You do you, folks. You do you. So, this should be a hell of a game. I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to it. I'll do a quick run through the team list now. I'll do one more before we get started. In the backs for Melbourne Storm, they have Farlongo, Warbrick, Howarth, Leo, Meany, Munster and Hughes. The forwards include Utsukamanu, Grant, King, Chant, McDonald and Kamikamitha. The bench is Wishart, Liero, Moale, Clark, Tuamalatu, Brown and Hetherington. Coach is Craig Bellamy. Oh, we finally got someone in here. Go with Broncos to win. I'm going to go with Mylin. Is that how you pronounce it? Mylin? Mylin? You can let me know. But you're going with Broncos. Okay. It's 50-50 on the poll again, 30 votes. And in the backs for the Broncos, they have Walsh, Karapani, Staggs, Mariner, Anderson, Mam, and Ben Hunt. The forwards include Jensen, Pakes, Haas, Willison, Ricky, and Carrigan. The bench is Tulty, Tarfa, Shibasaki, Piakora, Jaden Hunt, and Moser. Head coach is Michael Maguire. So, interesting change moving Shibasaki to the bench. Interesting. Again, as I said before, not sure he's the one that you should be looking to drop here, if I'm honest. I don't think he's the one to drop. But okay. Mr. Maguire's made the decision. That's what he's done. It's his choice, his team. You do you, Michael. You do you. And it's Melbourne Storm with the edge at the moment. Back to 50-50, mate. You guys are keeping this close. Are we going to have a winner by the time this poll ends? The game's in 3 minutes as well. And if you've got any predictions, let me know your thoughts. Let me know. I'm just hoping for a good game. Should be good. Was it full time in the other game as well? 40 points to 4 in favour of the Panthers. That is ridiculous. I'm going to have to give that a watch at some point. Like, how have they allowed that to happen? How have they allowed that to happen? Insane. Insane. But a few minutes to go, folks. Bear with me, folks. Apologies. Oh, that's a nice kit for the Broncos. Oh, that is nice. That is clean. Black shorts, black socks, white shirt with a bit of black on that. That looks nice. That looks so nice. And I saw on TikTok the kit that the Storm are playing with as well. Looks really nice. That's a beauty. Okay. Drizzy. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. Penrith look like the team to beat. You go Storm 13+, got Tigers and Dragons upset as well. Yeah, I went with those teams too. I've got the exact same. Storm 13+, Tigers to win, Dragons to win. I'm not confident about the Tigers and Dragons games because the Rabbitohs have done some good stuff this year, but Tigers, I just thought... actually, Did I back the Tigers? No, I didn't. I think I backed the Rabbitohs. I think based on trust, I think I backed the Rabbitohs. Yes, I did. But I'm very unsure. I wanted to back the Tigers, but I went with the Rabbitohs in the end. I did back the Dragons, though. And the Storm are coming out, led by Harry Grant. Oh, what a nice view. What a nice view. Melbourne looks nice. Just look nice. Okay, we're a few moments out. Quick run through the team list. In the backs for the Storm, they have Falongo, Warbrick, Howarth, Leo, Meaney, Munster and Hughes. The forwards include Utukamanu, Grant, King, Chan, McDonald and Kamikamitha. The bench is Wishart, Liera, Moale, Clark, Tuamalatu Brown and Hetherington. Coach is Craig Bellamy. In the backs for the Broncos, they have Walsh, Carapani, Staggs, Mariner, Anderson, Mam, Ben Hunt. Forwards are Jensen, Pakes, Haas, Willison, Ricky and Carrigan. The bench is Tolti, Tafa, Shibasaki, Piakora, Jaden Hunt and Moser. And we are, ladies and gentlemen, underway. The Broncos will kick to the Storm towards the back right. Underneath it is Munster, hands it off to Kamikamitha and he takes it up towards the 10. Harry Grant waits at dummy half, hands it off to McDonald, takes a carry through centre field and he's 15 out from his own line. Grant waiting at dummy half again. Goes at the line himself, had Josh King on his right but chose not to go to him. Takes it over the 20. Munster, now with King, up towards the 30. I want to see the Broncos do a better job at restricting metres today. Up towards the 30. Grant in centre field goes right to Stefano Utukamanu. Morning, Finn. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. And it's now the last tackle. So Storm up towards the 40 on the opening set. It's right to Hughes. Kicks low down the right-hand side. Bounces once nicely for Walsh. And he'll take this over the 20. Cutting back towards centre field. Skips past one. So, decent return there up towards the 30. I need to end the poll as well. Plays it for Mam. Hands it off to Anderson. With his first touch in a Broncos jersey in the NRL. Next carry from Staggs up towards the 40. So, if the Broncos complete this set here, they could end the set in good territory, actually. Carrigan with the next carry through centre field. Just shy of halfway. Gets pushed back a couple metres as well. Last tackle. 2 to go. It's with Haas. Comes down just inside Storm territory. And now the last. Pace goes right to Hunt. Boot to ball towards the back left. Underneath it is Farlongo. Collects cleanly in front of his own 10. Cuts back towards the middle. And he's stopped 15 out from his own line. So again, let's see if the Broncos can restrict metres fairly well today. Here we will see. Warbrick with a strong carry. Pumping his legs up towards the 30. That's a good carry there from Warbrick. 2 minutes gone in this game so far. Storm in possession. Nick Meaney down the left-hand side. Straight into Ben Hunt. He's a few metres shy of the 40. Third tackle for Melbourne. It's now with Moses Leo. Pumping his legs as well. Good metres. Finally gets stopped. And pushed back a couple metres as well. Storm about to go inside at Broncos territory, and they do. Shifting it right to Munster. Across to Hughes. They've got the numbers down the right if they go with it. But Hughes decides to step inside and just take the carry. 2.5 minutes gone. Last tackle, Munster. Puts boot to ball. Plenty of height on this one. Walsh underneath it. Collects cleanly. Met immediately by Jack Howarth. That's good timing there. Really good timing. So Karapani with the first carry of this set. Stopped just over the 10. Second tackle for the Broncos. Walsh. Now with Mariner. Up towards the 20. 3 minutes gone. Next carry from Anderson. Looking for space behind the ruck and up towards a 30. 2 tackles to go. Pakes and a 6 again for the Broncos. They'll love that. They will love that. Fresh at a 6 from their own 40. So they should get inside Storm territory here. Maybe apply some pressure to the try line. Maybe. Haas with the latest carry. Stopped just shy of the halfway line. Second tackle. Pakes waits just left of centre field. Right to Jensen. Straightens up, few metres shy of the Storm 40. 3.5 minutes gone. Pakes goes right to Hunt. Wants to go back inside, but flat ball on his right to Ricky. He carries it up towards the 30. Making good meters there. 2 tackles to go, 30 metres out. Down the right edge. Pakes goes left to Carrigan in centre field. Switches back to Haas. And he's up towards the 20 with a last tackle for the Broncos. Pakes is looking right for Hunt. Probably going to chip to the corner, but he goes left instead to Mam. Goes at the line, flat ball. That was probably forward, and it's a loose ball there. It's a loose ball from Willison, playing in the back row today. I thought Piacora probably should have started. I think they've been missing him a bit in the back row. Pass was forward anyway, so... But it's a knock-on, Storm in possession, and it's just shy of their own 20. So Brisbane just need to make sure they're completing sets, which, you know, that was the last tackle, which is fine, but ends of sets need to be good too. And Howarth with the latest carry over his own 20. Grant goes right to Chan. Chan's having a great season as well, so far as well, actually. As well twice. I said as well twice. Well done, me. Kamikamitha with a carry through centre field. Up towards his own 40. 2 tackles left. Quick play the ball. Quick ruck there for Harry Grant. Space through centre field just over halfway. 5 minutes gone. Last tackle for Melbourne. Farlongo. Right to Hughes. Inside pressure from Ricky, but the kick is up and away towards the back left. Collected cleanly by Grant Anderson. Decent chase as well. Takes it just over his own 10. Pushed back a metre or 2 by Munster and McDonald. He's now with Walsh in possession on his 10. Shifting it left to Mariner. Trying to get around a few. Steps back inside. Nice and shifty there, but just up towards his own 20. Walsh, now Karapani over the 20. And about 25 out from his own line. 5.5 minutes gone. Pakes in centre field at dummy half. Right to Carrigan. Then across to Hunt. Quick hands. Maybe a touch on it from Meaney. Collected by Anderson. He strips the ball. And it's Melbourne Storm in possession 20 metres out. So a little bit wayward. It was a nice effort. I like the intent from the Broncos to go at the Storm and stretch the defence. I like the intent there. Execution just needs to be good. But Melbourne Storm in possession 15 metres out with Josh King. And 6 minutes gone. Great chance for Melbourne now. Hughes right to Munster. Oh, sorry, now it's with Hughes. Across to Farlongo. Across to Warbrick. He touches it and it's into touch. Not sure if it came off a Broncos player first. Might have just been a wayward ball at the back from Farlongo. Or was it... I can't remember who had the last pass there. Well done, Meaney, getting possession in the first place. So it was Munster, then Hughes, then Farlongo. No touch from the Broncos. It was just slightly behind Will Warbrick. But we've got 6.5 minutes gone. Melbourne with the first proper attacking set. But it is now with the Broncos in possession. Up towards our own 20. Walsh goes left to Willison. Just shy of his own 30. Rick, good to see you, mate. Big one tonight, indeed. Are you doing both early and 8 PM game? Just the Wakefield League game. But good to see you again, Rick. Hope you're doing well, sir. Hope you're doing well. Haas with a strong carry over the 40. Just left to centre field. Carrigan with the next one over halfway. And a 6 again for ruck infringement. So the Broncos again just need to be clean. And they can finish the set right in front of the try line. Walsh. Strong carry down the left edge over the 40. 35 metres out. Second tackle. Quick play the ball. Now with Jensen. Space behind the ruck. 25 metres out. 7.5 minutes gone. In centre field with Carrigan. Across to Hunt. Flat ball to Ricky. Decent meters here for the Broncos. 2 tackles to go as well, so they can set up for something if they like on this one. Short side right to Mam. Flat ball to Staggs and loses possession. Drops the ball. I don't mind heads up stuff. I don't mind it. If they saw something they liked, fair enough. But at the same time, you want to apply that consistent pressure. This is a game where you've got to be perfect. And already they haven't been. Well, neither side has been, basically, but... Sort it out, lads. Sort it out. So we've had just over 8 minutes gone. It's a scrum for the Melbourne Storm on their own 10. 50% completion from the Broncos, 75% from Melbourne. But there's only been 4 for Melbourne and 6 sets for Brisbane. Off the back of the scrum, the Storm make about 3 or 4 metres. Howarth with the next carry down the right edge. I'm glad that Howarth has settled in nicely, because there was a point where he was just like... coming through the reserve grade and getting a few games here and there. There's a penalty for the Melbourne Storm, by the way. That's huge for them. But he was just getting a couple games, trying to work his way into the squad, but now he is a fully fledged starter for the Melbourne Storm, and very comfortable and reliable at that. So it's always good to see young players coming through and settling in and solidifying a spot. So well done to him. But Joe Chan drawing in the penalty, who again has had a great year. 9 minutes gone. Melbourne in possession. Kinetic with the first carry over the halfway line, and they're about 45 metres out from the try line. Hughes left to Utsukamanu, space behind the ruck, over the 40 and about 35 metres out. Second tackle, Grant at dummy half. Left to Hughes, out the back to Munster, switches back to McDonald, just shy of the Broncos 30. 3 tackles to go. Grant, right to King, then to Kinetic. A little bit sluggish there with the passes, but it's all good. 2 tackles to go. 9.5 minutes gone. And a ruck infringement against the Broncos. 6 again for Melbourne Storm. And they're right in front of the try line. About 13 metres out, over on the right edge of the field. Grant cuts back towards the middle. Might go out the back, and he does to Munster. He fakes the switch back. Steps back inside. Wrapped up on the 10 possibly. He is down the left-hand side. And another set restart for the Melbourne Storm over on the left-hand side, 10 metres out. Now with McDonald cutting back towards the middle. Stop 2 or 3 metres out left of the posts. Great chance for Melbourne now to apply some pressure. Maybe force a repeat set. Instead of 6 again, it's like a grubber kick through. But Josh King with a carry, stopped a metre short. Decent effort there. King's had a good start so far this year. Shifting it right to Hughes. Across the Farlongo, possibly 3 versus 2. Quick hands, possibly. Howarth just tripped in time. Gets back up, has a go. 2 metres out. Maybe a metre. There's an attempt here in the corner. Just held up. Decent effort there. Very well, Rob. Here for the commentary on this one. Enjoy, lads. Well, thank you for stopping by. Greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. It was Chan with the effort. 2 tackles to go near the right touchline. Grant back towards the middle with Hughes. Switches back to King. And they're staying near the right edge, so maybe they want to spread the ball properly here or just kick cross field. You never know with Melbourne. They may have spotted something. Who knows? Grant with a kick through. Chase there from Utsukamanu. And can't quite make it. Haas tries to push the ball over the dead ball line. He misses that. But Utsukamanu's late, so it's going to be a 20-metre tap and 7 tackle set for the Broncos. Very close. Very close. Farlongo score? Not yet. It's just 0-0. He might score, though. He got 3 last week, didn't he? So, he might do. But it is a 7 tackle set for the Broncos. They're up towards their own 40. Now with Carrigan through centre field, goes left to Mam. Howarth jamming out the line, so Mam doesn't go out the back there. Nearly 12 minutes gone. 3rd tackle. Mam on halfway. Pakes then goes right to Haas. Inside Storm territory. With 2 tackles remaining. Pakes goes left to Mam, then across to Walsh. Quick hands, but it's a drop from Mariner. Turning over the ball inside the midfield. You can't do that, folks. You can't do that. You can get away with it against some teams. Some teams you can. Because you can restrict the meters. They're not good enough in attack, so you can keep them out for long enough periods. But against the Melbourne Storm, you can't do it. You cannot do it. Scrum inside the midfield, though, for the Melbourne Storm near the right touchline. On the 40. Now back towards the 30, going out the back to Farlongo. With a carry, making a few extra metres. Down the left edge now. Munster waits at dummy half. Is right to Leo. A carry over the 40. I want to see Leo open up again. I want to see him get some room to run. Maybe a foot race against Anderson or Mariner would be interesting. Or maybe Walsh, just to kind of see the pace difference. Because he does look quick, but I want to see, compared to some others that I know are quick, it'd be good to see. Against Walsh, I think would be fun. Grant in centre field, 35 metres out. King goes left to Munster. Flat ball to McDonald. Good tackle there from Hunt. Just avoids a tip there, but good tackle. Last tackle, short side left to Munster. Trying to get around Ricky. Flicks the ball onto Leo. Then gets an offload to Meany. Back inside to Munster. 15 out. Kicks cross field. Warbrick goes up and just knocks on. Collected by Mam. It's a good effort there from Storm to end the set with a bit of flair. But Broncos hold on for now. Karapani with a carry up towards a 10. Or just shy of it. But it's going to be a penalty for the Broncos. Offside from the Melbourne Storm, gifting away territory. The Storm can't do that, though. They can't gift away territory. There's a great chance to pin the Broncos back there. Great chance. The moment's gone. You can't do it. And there's a bit of back chat. Bit of this from Harry Grant. So an extra 10 metres for the Broncos. Harry, lad, what you doing? What are you doing? There's going to be a tap from Mariner. And up towards halfway. So fresh set now for the Broncos. 50 metres to make up here. Only completed at 50% as well. That is poor. Carrigan with the latest carry. Makes about 5 or 6 metres. In centre field. Right to Hunt. Switches back to Jensen over the 40. 3 tackles to go. Plays over Pakes in centre field. It is left to Carrigan. Then to Hunt. Across to Mam. Tries to get around Howarth, and he does, but has to surrender. He ran round the back of Mariner, so surrenders on the 30. 2 tackles to go. 15 minutes gone. Now with Payne Haas. Straightens up. Drags a few defenders. Stopped just short of the 20. Last tackle for Brisbane. They'll go down the short side left to Ezra Mam. Goes at the line. Maybe look for a kick through or something. I don't know. But gets stopped on the 10. Or a chip over the top. Surely, but no. Okay. Falongo hands the ball off to Will Warbrick, who takes the first carry of this set for Melbourne. Well, the Broncos could do with a good defensive set here. Storm 15 out from their own line. Howarth with the next carry over the 20. Just right of centre field. 15 and a half minutes gone. Falongo goes at the line himself. Space behind the ruck. Can he find a break? Nearly. That's an important tackle there. Jensen and Haas in the tackle, bringing him down. That is very, very critical. There's a handoff to Chan down the right edge up towards the Broncos 40. Good meters already for the Storm. 2 tackles to go. Grant, left to Kamikamitha, up towards the 30. They could look for a kick towards one of the corners here. But 58 metres gain on this set. Shifting the ball now with Munster. Across to Falongo. Then across to Leo. Flicks it on and into touch. Just run out of room. Brisbane did a great job shifting across, closing the gaps. They just run out of room. But yeah, Leo just doing the only thing he really could there, which is flicking the ball off, but inaccurate, unfortunately. Penrith looks strong. Should be in the grand final this year. Well, yeah, based on performance so far, you'd imagine so. You would imagine so. Maybe against Melbourne. 2 best looking teams right now, I guess. Or the Tigers. Imagine the Tigers going a finals run and into the grand final this year. Imagine that. So nearly 17 minutes gone. 3rd tackle. I just said that, Vossi. It's not even Vossi. It's Dan, I think. Is it Ginane or Ginane? I think someone can correct me on that. 17 minutes gone. Broncos up towards halfway. Last tackle coming up. Pakes. Oh, it's not even Pakes, it's Hunt, sorry. Short side right to Ricky, who's going to chip towards the back right. Can we just end sets better? That's out on the full. Mate, what are you doing? What are you doing? So their number 7 is at dummy half. Ben Hunt. Goes short side right to Ricky, who chips, and it goes out on the full. If I'm Michael Maguire, I'm fuming. I'm not even Michael Maguire, and I'm fuming. But if I was him, I'd be distraught. Nearly 18 minutes gone. Storm in possession and a lost ball from Moses Leo. They can challenge if they want to. Doesn't look like they're going to, though. 18 minutes gone. Gifting territory. Yeah, he's just lost that. Can both sides be a bit cleaner here? So mistake from Ricky and then mistake from Moses Leo inside the midfield. So scrum for the Broncos on their own 40. Out the back and Pakes goes left to Mam. Switches back to Haas over the 40 again. And a few metres shy of halfway. Chan's trying to strip this ball, actually. Good effort. But they now go down the left edge with Mam. Goes at the line over halfway. And a 6 again for ruck infringement for the Broncos. Pakes right to Willison. Strong run out the line there from Josh King. But actually allows Willison to make more metres there. Back towards the middle now with Carrigan. 30 metres out. Taken to ground by Kamikamitha and McDonald and Utkamanu there to help out as well. 19 minutes gone. Nearly done with the first quarter. Left to Haas. Then to Mam. Across to Mariner. Steps back inside. Room to run. Farlongo to beat. Gets past him. But obstruction. I don't think there was obstruction in there, actually. I never normally pay attention to things like that because I just look at who's got the ball and commentating. But I don't know if anyone was actually in the way there. Oh, yes. Hughes was massively taken out. I mean, Hughes might have been biting into that one a bit. But it's a penalty for obstruction, yeah. Okay. Excuse me for talking, but there's a tap from Howarth on the 50 and up towards the Broncos 40. Great territory for the Storm once again. We're going to get some points yet. 15 seconds until the first quarter's done. And a 6 again for ruck infringement. Warbrick with an elusive carry, making some extra metres. Plays it 35 metres out. And another 6 again for ruck infringement. Broncos got to be careful. 1 or 2 more and there'll be a sin bin. But we're done with the first quarter, folks. 20 minutes to go in the first half. Trent Liero, finally back this year. Hopefully he has a good season. Doesn't drop the ball as much, that would be good. And give away penalties in important moments. But Munster with a switch back to Leo. Cuts back towards centre field. Still shifting. Looking for a break possibly. Over the 10. Best attacking territory of the game so far for Melbourne. 5 out with Grant. Switches back to Utokumanu. Goes at the line himself. Just in front of the try line between the sticks. Grant goes left to Munster. Kicks the ball through. Comes off a Broncos player, I think. 6 again. Ref says played at. So fresh set of 6 for the Melbourne Storm. 10 metres out. Just left of the posts. Grant goes right to Hughes. Switches back to Trent Liero. Back over the 10. Nearly 19 minutes to go. Grant waits in centre field. About 6 metres out. Goes at the line. Switches back to Munster. Might just carry the ball himself or look for an offload maybe. Hands the ball off to Hughes down the right edge. Wants to switch back from Howarth. Gets one. And he'll just carry the ball back just shy of the 10. Not a great couple plays there from Melbourne, but it's left to Hughes. Out the back to Munster. Across to Moseleo, trying to get around Staggs. Early ball to Meany. Has to cut back inside. Just stays in field. 2 tackles to go. Meany slow getting up here. Might have been hit high. 18.5 minutes to go in this first half. It is right to Munster. Across to Grant. Then to Hughes. Across to Chan. Finds a line break. Steps back inside. Gets an offload to Farlongo. And he will score. You just knew. You give the Melbourne Storm repeat sets. Giving away 6 against for ruck infringement. You just knew. They build up enough pressure. They will find points at some point in this game. That was nicely done. Chan with the line break. Chan's having a really good year. Farlongo with a hat-trick. I think it was a hat-trick last week. Already gets one to open up the scoring for this game. But yeah, Chan is having a great season so far. And given that they're missing out on Eli Katoa, who has been amazing for Melbourne the last 2 years especially, with Chan doing what he's doing to make up for that loss, that's huge for them. That is huge. But well done from Farlongo to read that, and that is try confirmed. Melbourne Storm with the first try of the game. They'll probably get the kick here as well. But that is the Storm with the lead. So it is only 4-0, but they should get the kick. It's in front of the posts, really. Most tries so far this year. Thomas Jenkins with 8. Farlongo with 6. Young, Halasima and Edwards all with 3. So Jenkins and Farlongo getting up there. He had 2 in round 1, 3 in round 2, and 1 so far in round 3. You love to see it. Let's get a trumpet, shall we? Whee! So it's Melbourne Storm with the lead. Broncos have not been cleaning off. Neither have Melbourne Storm, actually. Both sides need to fix up the completion a little bit, not gifting away as many penalties or 6 agains. But you trust the Melbourne Storm more to to do something with minimal effort. And it's Harry Grant that's going to go for 2, actually. Interesting. Don't know why Mini's not on it. Maybe a slight niggle in his leg or something. Doesn't want to risk anything. I don't know. But it's Grant with the extras. Okay. But yeah, as I was saying before about Trent Liero, a couple times last year, drops towards the back ends of games when they need to be clinical and penalties given away. Like one game in particular, there was the game against the Raiders when they gave away a penalty in the last minute. Fogarty converted to equalise. And then that was the game where Cleary hit the posts. Weeks made a break down the left edge and scored in Golden Point. So, but there was a few like that actually, where Liero kind of gave away silly penalties or dropped the ball when he had to be clean. So hopefully, much better year this year, hopefully. But we're back underway. 16 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first half. Munster at dummy half goes right to McDonald. 16 tackles in the opponent's 20 for Melbourne, just 1 for the Broncos. And there's a scoop up here from Grant over the 30. Oh, Meany is limping. Right, okay. I see. Makes sense. He does not look in a good way. He's very uncomfortable. Liero with a carry over the 40. 2 tackles to go in this set for Melbourne. They are 4 metres shy of the halfway line. Right to Farlongo. Inside Broncos territory. And it's now the last tackle. Grant. Short side right to Hughes. Up towards the 40 inside Broncos territory. With a chip towards the back right. Good height on it. Walsh underneath it. Batted backwards. Collected by Chan. Offloads it to Liero. Munster in possession. Can't quite get an offload. Wrapped up immediately by Talty. Munster looks uncomfortable there. Munster looked a bit uncomfortable on the ground. Hopefully he's alright. Carapani with the first carry. Mate, I was literally just thinking as Walsh was underneath the ball, I've barely seen him. Walsh has barely had a touch in this game. That is ridiculous. Staggs with a carry down the right edge. Trying to get around Moses Leo. Can't quite make it happen. Scoot here from Ricky. Cuts back towards centre field. He's a few metres shy of halfway. 2 tackles to go for Brisbane. Pakes. Left to Carrigan. Over halfway. 15 minutes to go in the first half. And they go left to Walsh. Puts boot to ball. Plenty of height on this one. Not much distance though. Warbrick underneath it. They might let it bounce and they do. Is it going to bounce nicely for the Broncos? Maybe. It's going to be a knock on from Mam. Collected by Mariner. I imagine it'll be brought back. Yes. They'll say it's a knock on from Mam. It could have been awkward. Don't let it bounce. Don't let it bounce. Rule number 1. Don't let it bounce. Rule number 2. Also rule number 1. Don't drop the ball. Melbourne Storm on their own 10. Grant at dummy half. Goes left to Jack Howarth. Straightens up with a carry over the 20. Grant at dummy half once again. In centre field. Right to the arrow. Looking to go straight behind the ruck over the 30. Shifting it left to Munster. Then to Farlongo. Just shy of the 40. 2 tackles to go. Just less than 14 minutes remaining as well. Grant was looking left but went right to Hughes. Cuts back inside a little bit. Could have done with an offload there, but it's not a great 4th tackle that. Last tackle now with Munster. Boot to ball. Just left of the post. Collected cleanly by Grant Anderson. Straightens up, takes a carry just shy of his own 20. Now with Walsh, across to Carapani. With a carry over the 20. Could get a quick play of the ball here. Now with Walsh, hands it off to Mariner. So completion rate, 14 out of 7 for Melbourne, 7 out of 13 for Brisbane. But Peter Core is now on the field. Good to see him back. Really good to see him. Talty with the latest carry. Stopped just short of the 40. 2 tackles to go. 13 minutes left in the first half. Carrigan over the 40. Right to Hunt. Then across to Walsh. Cut out pass to Grant Anderson. Space to run. Has to cut back inside though. Cameron Munster gets a touch on the ball on the way through, dislodges it, but that's actually going to be a penalty for the Broncos. Is that a late shot on Walsh? Is that what they gave? Okay, well, it certainly wasn't high. Gets him there. Okay. It's going to be seen as a dangerous tackle. Okay, all right. You do you, Todd. You do you. You're the ref. You make the calls. Or is it a late shot from Leo? It might be from Leo. So the Broncos will kick to touch and they'll start a fresh set 35 metres out. Time for the Broncos to actually come up with something now. Apply a bit of pressure. 12.5 minutes to go. Ricky with the first carry of this set. Up towards the 30. Pakes, right at centre field, goes left to Tolty with a carry over the 20. Second tackle, Pakes, left to Carrigan. Carries the ball himself over the 10. Come on, Brisbane, what you got, lads? What you got? Pakes goes right to Hunt. Switches back to Tolty. In centre field, brought down by Liero. Harry Grant's there to help out too. Pakes, in centre field between the sticks, left to Walsh. Across to Carrigan, needs an offload. Kicked on by Hunt. It is collected by Farlongo, trying to get around Mariner. Stopped just shy of the 10 near the right touchline. I think if Hunt maybe didn't kick the ball on there, might have ended up in the hands of a Broncos player. Not quite executing well enough there, but Howarth with the latest carry bumps off Mam up towards the 20. 11.5 minutes to go. Quick play the ball for Grant. Scoops the ball up. Short side right to Hughes. Back inside to Farlongo with a break. Support on his right with Hughes. Walsh to beat. That's too early. Sewer, that's too early. Inside Broncos territory. 2 tackles to go. Back towards the middle to Farlongo. Oh, Sewer should have just kept going then. Should have drawn in Walsh. Liero up towards the 30 now with Farlongo. Back over the 30. About 24 metres out in centre field. 11 minutes to go. Harry Grant left to Munster with a chip towards the back left. Grant Anderson goes up, collects it on the 10. And comes down with it cleanly in the back left. Stags with the next carry. Can't be messing up names like that, can I? Basu says, go Broncos. Well, they need to find some points here. They need to find some points. Can I watch live with you, friend? Unfortunately, I can't show the game. I don't have the rights to show it. But this is the best I can give you. This is the best I can do. If I had the rights to show it, I would show it. Won't even make the 8? Well, maybe. Based on performance, there's a chance they don't. And go Broncos. This is Malin again. It's right to Hunt with a kick on the last tackle. 10 minutes to go in the first half. Underneath it is Nick Meaney. Not sure how he's feeling at the moment. Doesn't seem to be limping as much as he was before. Awkward tackle on Farlongo, but he's brought down. Piacora and Willison with an awkward tackle. Farlongo is slow getting up. Hopefully he's alright. Meaney with the latest carry up towards his own 30. 9 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, that was awkward. His feet getting trapped underneath in there. 9.5 to go. Harry Grant, left to centre field, goes right to Liero. Then across to Hughes. Flat ball to Chan down the right edge. Stopped on the 40. That's a good tackle there from Piacora and Mam. Fakes the short side right. But it's a carry from Willison. Not Willison. What am I saying? Willison. McDonald over halfway. Hughes engaged the line with a kick towards the back right. Walsh underneath it, goes up, batted backwards from the Storm, collected by Chan, looking for an offload, gets one to Warbrick, cuts back inside, steps past one, now with Hughes, kicks crossfield, a little bit awkward there, scuffs it, ends up on the try line, collected by Mam. Possible obstruction there, no, okay. And he takes it up towards the 10. So they did need to get out of danger then, and they did. It's now with Karapani, making about a metre there. Quick defensive line speed from the Storm. 8 minutes 40 to go. Walsh hands it off to Dean Mariner with a carry just shy of his own 20. 3 tackles remaining. Pakes. Right to Anderson. Just shy of his own 30. 8.5 minutes to go. Left to Walsh. I like this. Finally getting him on the kicks. Finally. 40-20 attempt. There it is. There it is. This is what I was talking about. You've barely used him this game. Barely used him in the season, but even less so far this game. First proper kick of the game. First time making Walsh do something, and it's a 40-20. It's from behind the 30, for God's sakes. It's a 40-20 from Walsh, the first time you get him to actually do something. 8 minutes to go. Thank God for that. Jesus, imagine having the best player in the world, possibly the best player in the world, and just barely using him. What an absolute waste of cap space. 7 minutes 40 to go. Pakes goes left to Tolty, 10 metres out, just left of the post. And a 6 again for the Broncos. Pakes goes right to Hunt, flat ball to Ricky. 7.5 to go, just right at the post, 5 metres out. Pakes at dummy half. Back towards the middle to Hunt, shifting it left. Goes across to Mam, switches back to Mariner. Space inside possibly, nearly past McDonald. That's a good tackle there. About 2-3 metres out left of the post. It is right to Carrigan in centre field. Across to Hunt. Gets past one over the top. Just collected by Staggs. No, it's not. He loses the ball. That is a mistake from Katoni Staggs. So many tackles to go. Has his left hand on it. Tries to put his right hand on it, and that kind of dislodges the ball. 6 minutes 40 to go in the first half. The Storm will get a fresh set on their own 10. What are your thoughts on the 6-man bench? Advantages, disadvantages? I like it. I've heard a lot of players actually complaining about it, but I like it because I think it adds more tactical element, tactical nuance to the game. If you want to start using, a fullback off the bench or a centre off the bench like Shibasaki, instead of using all your props, it gives you a extra tactical dimension. Because if you need to mix things up, maybe you don't just want to bring on another prop. You want to bring on someone that can play a few positions in the back line. Helps to cover more positions for injuries as well. So, I think that's... I think it's a good idea. Storm, just shy of halfway. 6 minutes to go. The clock is stopped for me, actually. Oh, no. It's back underway. 5 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Box kick from Grant towards the back right. Joe Chen leading the hard-earned index. Then it's Haas, Carrigan, Utskamanu and King. Collected on the try line by Karapani. Grant trying to get a hold of him, but it's now a tackle 5 metres out from his own line. Broncos with a long way to go up the field. Anderson with a carry, just short the 10. Here's your 8. Panthers, Wars, Storm, Tigers, Sharks, Knights, Dogs, Eels. I'm not sure about the Knights. We'll have to see how they can deal with things without Brown and Ponga for the next few months. Eels, I'm not sure about. Tigers, I'll have to see. And the Broncos have lost the ball inside their own red zone. Jesus. Panthers, was Storm, Sharks, and Bulldogs I can get behind. I can get behind all of those without question marks. The others I can be confident with, but I just need to see more evidence. But I don't mind your 8. I don't mind the 8 at all. We've got 100 people in here. Howdy, folks. Good to see you. But the Storm just building a bit more pressure. It's not been a clean game from either side, but Storm have had the better territory. Thank you, Drizzy. Thank you, sir. I'm here all week. Munster with a carry. He's 15 metres out. Howdy, Girl Horror. Howdy. In centre field with McDonald. Up towards the 10. In centre field. 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Second tackle. Harry Grant goes left to Hughes. And a 6 again for ruck infringement. King gets an offload. Bounces nicely for Farlongo. Back over the 10. And a few extra metres as well. 5 metres out. Storm to win. I think so too, Clive. I think so too. 4 minutes to go. Right at the posts. Grant goes left to Hughes. Out the back to Munster. Flat ball to Clark. Did Walsh get a try? Nope, not yet. No try for the Broncos. Score line is just there. Ball over to the right-hand side. Chan cuts back inside. Could score from here. He is dangerous in this range. Stopped a metre or two short. Right to the posts. Grant goes left to Munster. Fakes the switchback. Goes at the line himself. Stopped 5 metres out left of the post. 2 tackles to go. 3.5 minutes remaining. And it's going to be a penalty for the Melbourne Storm. They could go for 2 here. High contact from the Broncos. I think, since there's not that much time left in the first half, I think going for 2 is probably smart. High shot from Walsh as Munster is falling. Reece Walsh is now on report. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't say a sin bin for that. I think they are going to go for 2 here, which is a smart call. You run down the clock, not much time to go in the first half. Make it a 2-score game. Yeah, they're going to go for 2. Harry Grant's on conversions again. At least the Broncos' defence has been so much better this week. Just got to stop dropping the ball. Yes, true, good point. They have been better in defence, gifting away a lot of territory, which is still bad. And if you just keep giving the Storm numbers inside your own end of the field, they will just come up with points. But yes, I do agree. The defence has been much better this week. Jeremiah says, "Go Storms." Yeah, defence has been much better from the Broncos. They've just got to stop giving the ball away. They've got to be cleaner in possession. They've got to stop giving away 6 agains. Got to be cleaner. 2.5 minutes to go. Harry Grant to get the conversion here. Did that say 2 out of 5 in his career? Is that what that said? Should be able to get this one. Make it an 8-point game. And the kick is good. So that's going to be Melbourne Storm 8, Brisbane Broncos 0. I did say Storm 13 plus. So we'll get in there. Mistakes, but Broncos, Brisbane only at 1 try. Yeah, that's true. That is true. If you're going to make mistakes, at least back it up in defence. Hello all. With the total score after 80 minutes, will the total score after 80 minutes be under 25.5? Yes or no? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no personally. Don't recall seeing a team drop the ball as much as the Broncos the first 3 weeks. This is maddening. It is frustrating. I'm one that's all about the basics. Because I think regardless of quality of opponent or quality of your own squad, you can be an underdog against the best team in the league, but the one thing that will always elevate you and allow you to match them is doing the basics. And there's a penalty in favour of the Melbourne Storm. It's discipline in defence, not dropping the ball in possession, kicking to the corners, chasing well. The basics, the simple stuff. The simple stuff is so important. Any underdog can elevate and beat a massive favourite just by doing the basics and the simple things. And it frustrates me when teams don't do the simple things. Well, I say simple. Not everything is simple, but the more simple aspects to the game. They don't need to be clean in shape. They just need to be clean in possession. Not dropping the ball. But 35 seconds to go. They could try and go for a 2-point drop goal here. Or they might go for the try, actually. Down the short side left to Munster. Then to Moses Leo. Straightens up. About 13 metres out. 25 seconds remaining. Back towards the middle to Grant. 20 seconds to go. Liero right to Hughes. It's one more play in this. They don't need to force this one. Warbrick cuts back inside. On the 10. 10 seconds to go. This might be the last play of the half. 6 seconds remaining. There we go. This is the last one of the half. It's with Hughes. Goes at the line. Nearly breaks through. Can he get an offload? Yes, he can. Joe Chan is over. Just applying more pressure right at the end of the half. What a killer. What an absolute... Why is Craig Bellamy disappointed? Of all people, why is Craig Bellamy disappointed by that? But the Broncos just give away a penalty. Grant converts for 2. And they get up the field off the back of it and allow a relatively simple try there. Like, Hughes should have been wrapped up. Gets the offload to Chan, who has been powerful from this range. And as I said before, he's having a great season. Gets a try. Melbourne Storm will go 12-0 up. Probably 14. I'll back Harry Grant to get the conversion. Broncos, man. Broncos. Do you think Staggs and Walsh will get at least 1 try? I feel like Walsh will. Staggs has been dropping the ball a bit too much. He's going to need it kind of on a plate for him today. But Walsh, I think, can create anything by himself. I think it is fair to back Walsh for a try, anytime try, but I'd rather go with a Melbourne player instead. They rely on comebacks way too much. They ain't that team in 2026. Yeah, true. True. Just not doing the basics. Angry because it's only 8-0. Well, he could be happy. Well, he was cheering. Oh, right, okay. Right, he was cheering, laughing. He finds it comical. Craig Bellamy just laughed. He just laughed. Whee! Cause for celebration, folks. Here's to hoping, mate. Broncos' defense is great, but you can't do this against the Storm or any team really. Very true. Even against the Eels, you can't do it. Go on, Harry. You can do this. You can do it, and he does. Straight over the black dot. As all you Aussies say, I'm pretty sure, on a regular basis. I don't know. Not Australian. You're sad. That's unfortunate. You never know. The comeback could be on. You never know. But, folks, that's going to be half-time. A lot of drops. Let's have a look at the stats, shall we? A lot of drops, a lot of 6 agains. But so far, every winner and margin is on track right now. I had Bulldogs 1-12, Panthers 13+, and I've got Storm 13+ as well. So, it's going all right. Team stats. 57% possession to the Storm. I've had 3 more minutes for time in possession. %88 completion from Melbourne Storm. That's 2% above their season average. 55% completion from the Broncos. 55%. Anyone in here that plays rugby league, anyone in here, if you're a young lad or ladette that plays rugby league, please let me teach you something for the future. Completion rate doesn't sound very exciting, but it is so important. Please make sure your completion rate is at a high percentage. Whenever you play, don't drop the ball. Thank you. Just making sure the youth are aware of how to play in the future. So more runs from the Storm, more meters, more post-contact meters, 3 line breaks to 0, more tackle breaks, more average set or higher average set distance. Play the ball speed just in favour of the Broncos. 7 offloads to 1. 7. More kicks, more kick meters. 40-20 from the Broncos. Are going to need more of those. Tackle efficiency, greater for the Melbourne Storm as well. They've missed less tackles. 10 ineffective tackles from the Broncos. 4 errors from the Storm, 8 from the Broncos. In one half, 3 penalties conceded, 4 ruck infringements for the Storm. 4 penalties conceded and 6 ruck infringements for the Broncos. Brisbane, please, for the love of God, clean this up in the second half. Storms are back, but they lost in 2025 Grand Finals. They'll lose to the Tigers this year, I'm sure. Is Reynolds playing? I'm assuming you meant to say Reynolds, but no, he's not. Team list is just... Actually, which way is it? It's that way. It's there. And he's not playing. This is not actually real, by the way. This it's a graphic. See? I'm not pushing it out of the way. My arm goes through it. How cool's that? Magic. Totally concur, Rob. Great words of wisdom right there. Thank you, Rick. Thank you very much. It took me a while to realise that when I was a kid watching the game, I never really focused on things like that. Like, defence never impressed me. Completion rate I never thought about. I never thought about contact or play the ball, like ruck speed. I just watched the game just to watch it. But during COVID, when we all had more time, I started watching the NRL a lot. That was like 2020 or 2021. It was either one of those. But I started watching multiple teams in the NRL and started watching more Super League games as well. So I was able to identify differences and then sort of break down what some teams do well, what some teams do badly. And it just got me to appreciate the simple things. Because when I'd see teams have absolute stinkers and basically shit the bed, I was able to then appreciate teams doing the basics well. So, yeah. When you're younger, you don't really focus on that kind of stuff or appreciate it, but completion rate is so important. Not dropping the ball is so important. Obviously, I think people know that anyway, but completion rate is important. Slowing down the ruck, but not giving away penalties or 6-agains. So important. Just the things that don't seem as glamorous, but it means so much to rugby league. You can't let it pass you by. We're good to see Piakura come back. He brings some nice defence. He does. And some decent carries down that left edge as well, actually. But it is good to see him back in the side. I still wouldn't have changed the overall lineup of the back line. I would have stuck with what they've got, but just put Piakura back in there. Brisbane is cooked. They might be. The old saying, do your sets and kick to the corners. Usually you win. So basic, but it works. Absolutely. Complete your set, kick to the corners, discipline. Simple but sweet. Trumpet for that, I reckon. Oi. Oh, there's no F1 this weekend, I just remembered. At least I think. Hopefully I haven't missed anything. It's in Japan next week. Let me just see. Yes, it's next weekend. But I hope everyone's well. I'll put another poll up, actually. Will the Broncos come back to win? Yes and no. Start poll. So the 14-0 down. Let me know your thoughts. There's a poll in the chat. Will the Broncos come back to win? Have a go. Get in there. Penrith are on a mission. Yes, they are. Be surprised if they lose a game. I was going to be in the top 4 end of season. Storm will be 1 or 2. 4th spot for grabs, Tigers or Knights. Still not sure. We'll have to see. I just want the consistency, as mentioned before. Who else has looked good, though? Who else has looked good? We'll have to see with the Bulldogs, too. Attack could maybe do with a bit of work, but... Sharks, I do imagine, based on the quality of the squad, Sharks should be able to do something good this year. Raiders, I'm hoping they turn things around. You never know, the Broncos might turn things around at some point. Maybe. I like the Seagulls squad, but I think they've got to make a change at head coach. And the Dolphins. The Dolphins have a great squad, but defence is like a real problem for them at the moment. So, we will see. We will see. Cooper Cronk on the desk. God, it'd be great to interview him. I'd love to ask, like, Cronk or Johnson a bunch of questions as, like, 6s and 7s. Like, just a tactical breakdown from them would be so fun. So I'd love to learn more about the game. Like, I only know so much. But I'd love to learn more. So get an interview with those guys would be huge. Completion rate 60% for the Broncos. It says 55 on the website. Broncos need some young halves. Well, they've got one in Ezra Mam, and they've got Pezzett coming next year. Hunter Reynolds not running the ball enough, giving the centres early ball. So yeah, well they've got Mam down the left, and Pezzett will play on the right next year. I think he means just generally speaking. Just Reynolds doesn't do that, but I don't think he always need 2 halfbacks that do that. Tigers beating Bunnies 13+ tomorrow. They might do it. They might. Who do you think will be hard to beat in the Super League? Do you mean for an NRL team to play against, or just like generally speaking in Super League? Because Wigan are playing really well. They nearly lost to York Knights last night, actually. 23-22. But they are missing out on Bevan French and Jay Field. They've picked up long-term injuries, so it's a rough one for Wigan for the next few weeks. But generally speaking, if it's against an NRL team, the teams that will give them a hard time, Wigan Warriors at full strength, Leeds Rhinos, Hull Kingston Rovers, as, well, you could say proven, but then some people might say, well, it's only Brisbane. Warrington Wolves, that's my team. They've been doing all right this year. Would they compete with an NRL team? Maybe. Depends who the team is. Bradford had a push. If Bradford had taken on like a sort of middle of the pack NRL team, mid to low end, Bradford have been very consistent. A full strength Bradford side, I think, could have a good go. I've actually been really impressed with them. Part of me thinks Wakefield might have a good go as well. And Lee Leopards at their best might be able to do something too. So there's a couple of teams. I think Super League teams would do better than people give them credit for. That's not me saying that they're just going to win straight away. But I think Super League teams would do much better than people give them credit for. Are you alright there? Are you, what's going on? Are you messing something up? Why are you dumb? Did you think that Reynolds was playing? But yeah, if the Broncos can be cleaner in possession, that would be great. That would be a cracking start for Brisbane. Set completion would go a long way. Looking at the poll, 47 votes. 53% say that the Broncos will come back to win. In just Super League in general, who's your top four? Oof. I don't want to be biased and just say Warrington for the sake of it, so give me a sec to think about this. Full strength Wigan, absolutely. Leeds, yes. I still think Hull KR's down in 12th at the moment, but they'll come back up. I think they'll be fine this year. And I'm going to say Warrington right now. So Wigan, Leeds, Hull KR, Warrington. As of right now. But St Helens, they've lost a bunch of players due to injury. A bunch of them. Jacob Host picked up an injury. Cal Felt actually has a 3-match ban. Alex Walmsley's out. Matty Lees is out. Darryl Clark's out, I think. I think there's a bunch of others. Jack Wellesby's out. So many players out for Saints. 90s League, better example of the game. Players had more respect for the ball. Well, I'll take your word for it. I was born in 98, so I can't really comment too much on that. So, and yes, I know I look like 15, but it's true, 98. But yeah, I'm sure the 90s were fun times. I'm sure. A lot of swinging arms as well. But I think the Melbourne Storm could be a lot cleaner in this game as well. I think even if they clean up their efforts, I think they'll potentially run away with the game more than they already have. I mean, scoreline-wise, they sort of have done. Performance-wise, not quite. Benny, you are a youthful 54. Youthful. Just walk around with a pep in your step. Broncos going to be the comeback kid? Maybe. Broncos won the grand final in 98. Alright, okay. My team Warrington has played the Broncos before. 2017. They came over when they used to do 3 games for the World Club Challenge, like the second and third place teams playing each other and before the official game. But I think we did beat them, actually. But we had a bad year that year. But we still beat the Broncos, so I'll take that. Josh Maguire was playing in that game, who a few years later joined the Warrington Wolves in 2023. And I really wish he didn't. The moment that signing was announced, I really looked at his performances for the Dragons. He was bored. Lack of effort. Didn't care for the game at all. And I just didn't want him to be there. And he joined. All he did was give away penalties. Start fights. That was it. we're talking about bringing some grit and some real, like, presence to the midfield or to the middle. It just brought penalties. Real waste of time, that. But we did have Thomas McKaylee, who's now at the Cowboys. I miss McKaylee. He was so good for us when he joined. We'll hit you up over the season of the Super League to see where I lay. Some bets and such. Okay, all right. Bet a couple of bucks here and there, just for fun. But you know the teams and players well? Well, I hope I do. If you did want to bet this weekend, the teams I've backed in Super League include St Helens, Bradford Bulls, Wakefield Trinity, Hull KR, and Leeds this weekend. But I do predictions videos for Super League, so they're on the channel if you wanted to see them. You spend $100 over the year, it's all for fun. Well, there you go. And maybe you make some at the end of the year, maybe. Melbourne entered the comp in 98. Look at them go. Look at them go. Right, we're going to get underway shortly. 14-0 lead for the Storm. If the Melbourne Storm are a little bit cleaner, they win. If Melbourne Storm are about the same, but the Broncos are extremely clean, I think the comeback's on. But it's a long journey. Very long journey. And we are back underway for the second half, folks. Let's end this poll. So most of you actually do think the Broncos will come back to win this game. Okay. 106 votes, 58% say they will. Have the Broncos fallen off? Yes, they have. Poor completion today. 120 people there. Howdy. Broncos up towards the 20 with Brendan Piacora. Again, good to see him back. It is good to see him back. Now with Hunt down the right edge. Then with Ricky over the 30. Lively to start the game. Or to start the half, I should say. And a penalty for the Broncos. Would you look at them go? Look at them go. NRL favourites this year? I'm saying the Panthers right now. I mean, they're just on an elite level. Ridiculous. They've beaten the Sharks, Roosters, and Broncos by 13 plus. That is insane. Not like just about 13 plus. They've decimated them. And they've conceded 10 points in 3 games. That's ridiculous. So Panthers, right now, by a country mile. But the Broncos, off the back of the penalty, 20 metres out. Great chance for them to answer back nice and early. Piacora with a carry. Stop just shy of the 10 in centre field. Bulldogs maybe. The defence is solid, but attack needs a bit of work so far from what I've seen. And a penalty for the Broncos. 10 metres out. I think it's Hughes tries to smack the ball out the hands of, I think that's Piacora. We've had 1 minute 40 seconds gone. Tap from Pakes, hands it off to Carrigan. Now with Haas. Just right at the post. Back over the 10, 5 metres out. Maybe 4, maybe 3 actually. Nearly 2 minutes gone. Short side right is with Walsh. Goes at the line. Pops it up to Ricky. Spins. Finds the line. There we go, Brisbane. There we go. They finally get some points. It's about damn time. Nice and early as well. Nice and early. That's what we wanted to see. Yes, they got a penalty. They got 2 penalties there. But they got up the field fairly well. And they actually created some chances. That's what they need to do. Because I don't know how often they're going to be down this end of the field. So whenever you get the chance, you gotta find the points. But there we go. Broncos with some points. Oi. 2.5 minutes gone. Ricky with the first try for the Broncos. So well done, Brisbane. But what did the Storm do? They gave away penalties. Ill-disciplined. 21 tries in 116 games for Jordan Ricky. A favourite with the ladies as well is Jordan Ricky, as is Reece Walsh, and Jesse Arthurs as well. Trent Barrett's like, whoa, are we about to score a try here? Whoa. Can't believe it. Reece Walsh to add the extras. 78% on the career for completion, or conversion rate, sorry. And he nails it. Painmaker, howdy. welcome to the stream. That looks like a new name in here, so if it's your first time, welcome. Okay. 14-6, important start. Very important start. 3.5 minutes gone so far in the second half. Get back underway in a second. And we're back underway. 3.5 minutes gone, the kick towards the back right. Carapani underneath it, hands it off to Talty, and he takes it just over the 10. Watched the York Knights last night. It was a good match. Yes, it was. It really was. Great effort from York. It is now with Mariner taking it over the 30. Who's winning Good Friday for you? Saints or Wigan? Oh, that's a tough one, that. Saints are missing more players, but I think there's so many key names missing for Wigan. I think I'd have to say Wigan right now, because Hodkinson and Fireman are still looking good. But I'd have to really think about it and look at availability, so you'll have to give me till next week. What a kick on the last here from the Broncos. Coming down on the 20. Collected cleanly by Nick Meaney, who was limping earlier in the game but looks okay now. Yeah, no felt as well is tough too. Carries out the backfield and kicks to the corners. Going to be tough. 4.5 minutes gone. Storm in possession just behind their own 30. Farlongo with a carry down the left edge of the field. 3 tackles to go. Plays for Grant. Now with Clark. Over the 40. Who will win between York and Hull KR in the Challenge Cup? I'll say Hull KR for now, but I don't want to give away too many more predictions, as, you know, we'll need to make videos on them. Don't want to give away too many for free. Dagnall will be good, though. He should be getting more regular minutes. The kick on the last from Munster. Comes down on the 20. Walsh underneath it. Collects cleanly. Hit by Hughes. Then taken to ground. Chan was in there as well to help out. It could have been a penalty, actually. But Grant Anderson with the latest carry, taking it over the 20. So we've had just over 5 minutes gone. Carapani with the latest carry over the 30. 5.5 gone. 3 tackles to go. Pakes. Left to Mariner, up towards the 40. Not too bad here from the Broncos, looking more lively. Good meters. Back towards centre field with Carapani. Stopped just shy of the halfway line. Last tackle for Brisbane. Pakes. Right to Carrigan. Are they going to go down the right edge here? Spreading the ball. A little bit wayward out the back, unfortunately. Staggs collects. Has to kick the ball himself. A lot of spin on this one. Collected by Farlongo. Who scored on the Broncos side? It was Jordan Rickey. Farlongo plays it on his own 30. Right, you're milking that, sir. You're milking that. Warbrick with the next carry. Up towards the 40. And a 6 again inside 10 metres. Good carry there from Warbrick. Grant in centre field at dummy half. Goes right to Howarth. Up towards halfway, just shy of it. Brought down by Ezra Mam. 6.5 minutes gone. Now inside Broncos territory. Trent Liero with a carry up towards their 40. Plays it in centre field for Grant. Flat ball left to Munster. Then a flat ball left to King. 3 defenders in the tackle. They actually drag him closer to the try line instead of down. Gets a quick play of the ball. Grant goes at the line. Out the back to Hughes. Flat ball to Chan. Strong hit there, but breaks off the tackler. Still going. Kicks the ball through. Chases. Maybe taken out. Over the dead ball line. I think they're gonna go to the bunker here so they can check a possible penalty. Smart call. So it did go out over the dead ball line. Could be a 20-metre tap, 7 tackle set for the Broncos, but they just want to check whether Chan was taken out. Yeah, I do think there's a change in direction or a stop. Is that Ben Hunt? I think that's a penalty. Is it? Okay. Well, Ben Hunt definitely just stops in Chan's way. But apparently that's fine. Apparently that's completely fine. I really don't understand that call. Ben Hunt literally stops dead in front of Chan. I don't get it. Ricky with a carry up towards his own 40. Plenty of tackles to go as well off the back of the 7 tackle set. Pakes left to Tolty. Up towards the halfway line. Plenty of tackles to go as well in good territory. Pakes in centre field left to Mam. Back inside to Haas. Just shy of the Storm 40. 2 tackles to go. Pakes left to Walsh. Goes at the line. It's left to Piacora up towards the 30. Last tackle. 8 minutes gone in the second half. Short side left to Walsh. Chips towards the back left. Plenty of height on this one. Far longer underneath it. They try and bat it backwards, but it's collected in goal by Warbrick, or he just about grounds it in time. That's an absolute mess. Storm might want to challenge a possible knock on here. I think they will. Okay, I'm not too aware of the new rule about going up with one hand. I'm not familiar with that. Like, I haven't heard anything about it. I'll have to look into it properly. So it touches the right arm of Dean Mariner. Well, it comes off Warbrick's heel, actually. Not sure whether it's gone forwards or backwards yet. I think it's just gone straight down, to be honest, which is normally a knock-on. So they're saying it was backwards from Mariner. Okay, challenge inconclusive for the Melbourne Storm. So they'll retain their challenge, but it's going to be a goal line dropout. Wrong graphic there, folks. Wrong graphic. They just put up the Rabbitohs Roosters challenges remaining. Oh, what a great dropout. Bounces behind the 10, but bounces over the 10. Into touch. It's going to be Melbourne's ball. Perfect. Literally perfect. Was that far longer with a short dropout? It was. So it bounces behind the 10 and then changes direction and goes out over the 10. Beautifully done. Sure he meant the bounce. Sure he meant it. But nearly 9 minutes gone. It's a scrum for Melbourne on their own 10. Long way to go up the field now. It's with Warbrick. Making a couple of metres down the right edge. So 31 minutes to go in this game. 8-point lead for Melbourne Storm. And it's Jack Howarth with the latest carry. Over his own 20. Right of centre field. Harry Grant waits at dummy half. Left to Tukumanu. Over the 30. Needing 4 defenders in the tackle there. 3 tackles left as well. Grant goes right to the arrow. Smashed into. Didn't quite have a proper hand on the ball, but it goes backwards. Now with Hughes. Steps. Nice little step there. Trying to get around Mariner. Good recovery tackle, though, from Dean Mariner. Just shy of halfway. Howarth doesn't give the ball to McDonald, so carries the ball himself up towards halfway. Last tackle for the Storm. Slow play the ball here from Howarth. Oh, he looks uncomfortable. It's with Munster on the last. Kicks the ball just right at the post. Comes down on the 20 for Walsh. Collects it cleanly enough. A little bit awkward, though. And is tackled with 30 minutes remaining in this game. And now Walsh is uncomfortable, holding his inner thigh. Oh dear. Man waits at dummy half. It's going to be played by Karapani. Now in centre field with Hunt, shifting it right across to Staggs, trying to get around one, but Moses Leo gets him wrapped up. Good tackle. Holding on way too long. And it is a 6 again. Yeah, that was way too long. Fresh set for the Broncos, though. Just shy of their own 40. Now over it with Jensen. With a carry through centre field. 29.5 minutes to go. Second tackle. Pakes at dummy half in centre field. Left to Haas. On halfway. Across to Mam. Then to Walsh. Quick hands to Mariner. Cuts back inside, making some extra metres up towards the Storm 30. 3 tackles left. It's with Haas. Cutting back towards the left, gets an offload to Mam. Goes at the line. Stopped just before the red zone. 29 minutes to go. 2 tackles remaining. Pakes goes right to Carrigan, then to Hunt. Fakes the ball out the back, then out the back to Walsh. Quick hands to Anderson. Cuts back inside. Up towards the 10, just shy of it. Last tackle for the Broncos. Plays for Hunt. Short side right to Staggs. Quick ball to Ricky. Can he go in for a second? Yes, he can. Broncos are rolling. They're finding the points. Mate, Melbourne Storm's not really been competing this half. They've been giving away territory. Broncos have been getting up the field. Broncos got another one back. This is going to be 14-10 with a kick to come. Near the touchline. But great heads-up play there from Hunt. Short side right to Staggs. Just meanie to beat. Farlongo tries to cut across, but Ricky has a big body. He's going to be tough to stop. But 14-10. Well done, Brisbane. Much better second half. Much better. They completed at a better rate, from what I can tell. And they're getting up the field. So Ricky with 2 tries. 28 minutes to go in this game. So plenty of time to take the lead at some point. But they'd love to get this conversion. I hope they do as well, actually, because my prediction was, I think it's a 30-12. Yeah, 30-12. So hopefully, Broncos get the kick, and then Storm score 16 points. Unanswered. Hopefully. .27.5 minutes to go. Tough kick for Walsh here, but he could do it. He could do it. Ricky with 2. Broncos are doing it. They're having a go. Two tries, 6 tackle busts, 21 tackles, and 96 run meters. He's having a good day. It's going all right. Walsh to add the extras. Oh, thank you for 14.8k subs, by the way. I'm not far off 15k. I'm not far. Walsh steps up and the kick is swinging. Looks okay. Oh, that's beautiful. It is beautiful. 14-12. Right, Storm, 16 points from you, unanswered. And there you go, exact score prediction. Well, they're saying there they've completed 9 of 9 in the second half. That is good stuff from Brisbane. They are coming back. The vote is working. That's the thing, is like I even said in my predictions, the comeback potential is huge. We know what they can be. Momentum tracker is massively favouring Melbourne Storm there, but good luck. Thank you. Right, come on, Melbourne. You've had your fun now, Brisbane. You've had your fun. Right, collective by Karapani on the try line. Jensen with the first carry of this set. 27 minutes to go. 2-point advantage for Melbourne Storm. Only 2 tries either way, but a penalty separates them. Up towards the 20. Pakes waits at dummy half. Left to centre field. He goes right to Carrigan. Straightens up. Just shy of his own 30. 3 tackles to go. Pakes. Left to Jensen. Straightens up. 35 out from his own try line. 2 tackles remaining. Short side left to Mam. Goes at the line. Across to Piacora. Could get an offload and does to Karapani. He makes up some more meters up towards Storm's 40. They just keep making more meters. Melbourne's not really restricting meters enough here, and they've got to be cleaner in defence. Farlongo underneath the kick. Collects it cleanly just behind his own 10. Really well taken. Under pressure there. Oh dear. Walsh is holding his hamstring. Oh dear. He's limping. Oh dear. Ugh. Okay. Hopefully it's just cramp or something like that. 25 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Tyron Wishart is now on the field. Takes a carry just shy of his own 40. 2 tackles to go for Melbourne. Plays over Grant. Goes at the line. Right to Farlongo. Bumps off one. Shrugs past another. Can he get an offload? Not quite. Ball carrying arm. Just touched the ground. Last tackle. Grant goes short side right to Hughes. Kicks from the halfway line. Down the right edge. Walsh underneath it. Goes up, collects it cleanly. Oof, might have been tackled in the air by Wishart, but that's just timed well enough, apparently. That was close. He's still uncomfortable. He is still uncomfortable at the moment. He needs some assistance here. Hopefully it's just cramp. Hopefully that's it. 25 minutes to go. In centre field, Pakes goes right to Staggs. He takes it over his own 40 with a strong carry up towards the 50. Good carry there from Staggs. Pakes now in centre field with Carrigan. Shifting it left to Hunt. Out the back to Mam. Trying to get around Howarth, and he does. Cuts back inside. Hit by Chan. Taken to ground. And a penalty for a high shot. The Storm are just gifting stuff away at this point. 24 and a half minutes to go. Penalty for the Broncos. They could go for 2 here. Really? Okay. Man was falling down, but yeah, I guess there is contact to the face. So both completed at 100%, but 68% possession for the Broncos. 3 penalties in their favour as well. But they don't go for 2, they actually just tap and go. Fair enough. I like the intent. They could take the lead soon. 20 metres out in centre field with Pakes. Left to Carrigan. Cross to Mam. Wrapped up by Howarth. Taken to ground. 15 metres out, just left to centre field. Second tackle. Pakes goes right to Haas. Up towards the 10. Brought down. Just left of the post. 3 tackles to go. Pakes. Right to Carrigan. Then to Hunt. Over the top to Grant Anderson. Cuts back inside. Stopped on the 10. Over on the right hand side of the park. 2 tackles left. Plays it for Walsh. Isn't limping quite as much now. Switch back to Jensen. On the 10. Last play of this set. Pakes just right at the post. Goes right to Walsh. Kicks the ball through. Ricky's there. So is Staggs. I think it's pushed out by Storm over the dead ball line. Not sure what the call is though. 23 minutes to go. Melbourne dealing with a lot of pressure at the moment. Great kick through from Walsh. Who touched it? I think it was Grant that pushed it out. Yeah, Walsh is still looking uncomfortable, but he's still going. Few seconds left on the dropout clock. He's going to go short. And he does. Out on the full. It is out on the full. 22 and a half minutes to go. Didn't quite execute correctly on that one. Just more pressure. Just more pressure for the Broncos here. 10 metres out near the right touchline. Back towards the middle to Walsh. Then Carrigan. Back towards the 10 in centre field. Great chance for Brisbane here. Can they take the lead? It is left to Jensen. Over the 10. Just in front of the left post, about 3 or 4 metres out. Plays it for Pakes. Right to Mam. Then across to Hunt. Pops it up to Staggs. Cuts back inside and will slice through the defence. The Broncos have the goddamn lead. They're doing it. They're doing it. Melbourne just haven't been able to get anything in this second half at all. They're giving away too many penalties. Broncos completing at 100%. I think like 12 out of 12. Actually, I might as well make this 18-14 because they'll get this kick right in front of the sticks. The Broncos have switched it on. Completion rate. Like I said before, completion rate can fix a lot of issues. Doesn't fix everything, but it can fix a lot. Yeah, Staggs just scored. Broncos with the lead. It is 16-14, but the kick's right in front of the post, which Walsh will get. 21 minutes to go. Melbourne had a 14-0 lead and they messed it up. Just like the York Knights. Third try of the year for Staggs. So it was Mam to Hunt. Pops the ball up to Staggs. With the inside line. That's a good line there from Staggs. Strong, powerful run. Breaks through the line. Barely a hand laid on him. 20 minutes and 32 seconds to go. The clock is stopped. The Broncos have the lead. Look at them go. Look at them go. I would still like the Storm to win by 13 plus because that's what I predicted. But, you know, looks like they're going to mess it up. Right in front of the post. Walsh, as I said, not limping quite as much as he was before. Hopefully just cramp. And the kick is good. 4-point advantage for the Broncos now. 4-point advantage. They are back. They are back indeed. So it was right to Mam, then across the Hunt. Just a flat ball to Staggs, making the inside line. Now they've got the lead. So 20 minutes, 27 seconds to go. We'll get back underway in a second. What have you got, Melbourne? What have you got? You got to switch it on. Can't give away penalties or 6 agains in this set in defence. You just can't do it. The worst thing they could do right now is actually kick it out in the full. Don't kick it out in the full, Sewer. Don't do it. Please don't. So back underway, collected in goal by Karapani. Hands it off to Jensen. Takes the carry up towards the 10. So all the Storm need now is a clean defensive set. That's it. Piacora up towards the 20 down the left edge. Nearly into the final quarter of the game. Second tackle. Pakes goes right to Carrigan through centre field over the 20. Folks, we have 20 minutes to go into the final quarter. Shifting it right to Haas over the 30. Will you be live for the Bradford Bulls match? No. I'm doing Wakefield versus Lee. And a 40-20 attempt here from Walsh from behind the 40, but that is out on the full. Yeah, the contact on the ball looked a bit off. Has Patty played good? Patty? Am I stupid? Patty? I must be missing something there. Well, Storm in possession off the back of the kick out on the full there from Walsh, but shifting it left to Farlongo. Cuts back inside. So Melbourne Storm with a fresh set of 6, 30 metres out. Carrigan, he's been fine. Nothing special. He's been fine. He's getting stuck in, taking carries. 20 metres out in centre field, 3 tackles to go. Wishart plays for Grant, goes right to the arrow, then to Hughes. Out the back to Howarth. Straight into Marinu, gets him wrapped up on the 10. 2 tackles to go. Over on the right-hand side, plays it for Warbrick. He goes left to Hughes. Across to Grant in centre field. Then across to Munster. Across to Farlongo. Quick hands. Meany has to cut back inside. Can he get to the line? Nearly there. And the referee says a forward pass, which was the right call. It was definitely forwards. But it's forward from the Melbourne Storm. Damn. Yeah, that was forwards. So it's going to be Broncos ball on their own 10. They've got a long way to go. And again, the Storm just need to be clean in defence. And Walsh can't be kicking out on the full anymore. Oh, Patty's in Patrick. Right. Okay, that makes sense now. That makes sense. I think Patty, what? The latest carry from Piacora stopped just short of his own 20. It might be a decent game. It might be. We'll see. Strong carry there from Mariner over the 30. Good carry. Look for a quick play of the ball as well. 17 and a half minutes to go. In centre field with Patrick Carrigan. Patty, you could say. Over the 40. 2 tackles to go. Making some decent meters here. Jensen with a carry. Over halfway. Inside Storm territory. Last tackle coming up. Good meters there from Brisbane. 45 metres gained. It is short side right to Hunt. Kicks down the right edge of the park. Farlongo underneath it. Collects cleanly 5 out from his own line. Takes it over the 10. And up towards the 20. Can't wait to watch us beat to lose. We'll see. That could be a good game as well. Meany with the next carry over the 20 down the left edge of the park. Second tackle for the Melbourne Storm. Their turn to make the comeback. Warbrick with a strong carry. Oh, it is Patrick Carrigan leading the hard-earned index, actually. Fair enough. So Warbrick with a strong carry there. Plays for Grant now with Utakamanu over the 40 and a few metres over it. 16 and a half minutes to go. 2 tackles left for the Storm in this set. Right to Wishart, straight behind the ruck. inside Broncos territory. Last tackle coming up, just short of the 40. It is right to Hughes. Puts boot to ball. Plenty of height on this one. Carapani underneath it. It's collected by Warbrick, though. Could do with an offload. Not going to get one. Stopped on the 20. That's all right for the Broncos, actually. Instead of getting pinned back in the corner, it's on the 20. Carapani with the latest carry. Only makes a few metres. I did, yeah, streamed it last night. Walsh hands it off to Anderson. Up towards the 30. Momentum is definitely in the way of the Broncos right now. The Storm are going to start throwing the ball around soon. Willison with the latest carry. Up towards his own 40. Down the left edge. 3 tackles to go for Brisbane. Pakes goes right to Carrigan. Then to Haas. Give him something he can actually run onto. Please. 15.5 minutes to go. 2 tackles left. They're on halfway. Pakes goes left to Walsh. Goes at the line. Across to Mariner. Slammed into the ground by Warbrick. That's a good tackle there. Last tackle for the Broncos. Pakes right to Hunt. Scuffs the kick a little bit. Could be a tough take. They might let this one bounce. Mam kicks it on, but it's collected by Farlongo. He could do with a break. Shifting down the left edge. Just shy of his own 30. 15 minutes to go. Meaney hands it off to Moses Leo. He'd love a break as well. He is quick. So is Meaney. Let's see what the Storm's got. They do need to shift the ball around more. Meaney with the next carry over the 40. A few metres shy of halfway. 3 tackles to go. Plays it for Grant. Fakes the switch back to Munster. Goes right to Hughes. Then across to Howarth. Trying to get around Mariner. Nearly does, but he gets him by the legs. That's a good tackle there from Dean Mariner. 2 tackles to go. 14.5 minutes remaining. Short side right still with Hughes. Cuts back towards the middle. Stopped on the 30. It's now the last tackle. I guess Munster's probably going to try and kick to the corner here or something. Or Wishart, actually. Short side right. They will go short side right to Wishart. Chips towards the back right. Walsh underneath it. Goes up. Collects it cleanly. There might have been contact in the air then. That could have been a penalty, but it's not given. He's going to play this for Mam. Now with Carapani. Up towards the 20. Do you prefer NRL or Super League? I'll have to say Super League, just because the games mean more to me, given I'm a Warrington Wolves fan. So the games mean more. And do you know what? I don't mind watching both. I understand people think the NRL is a better product, which I get. But I love watching both. But there's a mistake here from the Broncos on their own 30. Oh dear, Payne Haas. They've got a challenge. I didn't see that clearly, so I don't know if it was just a straight up knock on. Let's have a look. He gets an offload and then it's a knock on from Mam. Right, okay. Slips through his hands. Watching on TV, definitely NRL, but IRL League by country. I assume you mean Super League, yeah. I can agree with that. That's not a bad shout, but I really like both. So yeah, just rough error there for the Broncos. They've been so clean in the second half, but there's a scrum 30 metres out for the Storm. They go left to Munster, who goes left to Moses Leo, up towards the 20. So can the Melbourne Storm answer back? It's now with Munster, then to Clark. Left to centre field, stopped just short of the 10. About 14 metres out. Grant goes right to Munster, out the back to Hughes. Then across to Farlongo. Can he get past Mariner? He can't. Mariner defensively has been solid today in those 1v1s. 12.5 to go. Plays it 5 metres out near the right touchline. Warbrick goes left to Hughes. Across to Grant. Switches back to Kamikamica up towards the 10. About 9 metres out in front of the right post. 2 tackles left. Is left to Hughes, then to Munster, across to Moses Leo. Early ball to Meaney, has to cut back inside. Nearly dragged in touch. He is dragged in touch. Good defence from Brisbane. Walsh is happy about that. So is Grant Anderson. 12 minutes to go. Great defensive stop there from Brisbane. Excellent stuff. It's not happening for the Storm in this half. It really is not happening. Damn. 14 unanswered points and then 18 unanswered points. And then a great defensive stop there. But Mariner, defensively, in those 1v1s has been excellent. But the Broncos in possession on their own 10. They've got to be clean again here. They can't keep gifting Melbourne Storm territory. 11.5 minutes to go. They've got to be clean. It's now with Karapani, with a carry down the left edge, just shy of his own 20. 3 defenders in the tackle to stop him. Plays it for Mariner. Cuts back inside, just over the 20. 3 tackles to go. Pakes goes right to Carrigan, down the right edge, just shy of his own 30. 11 minutes to go, 2 tackles remaining. Plays it for Pakes. Now with Haas, through centre field. Stopped just shy of the 40. Last tackle coming up for Brisbane. Only 26 metres gained there, so good defensive set from Melbourne. Kick down the left edge from Walsh, collected on the full by Farlongo, over the 30. Cutting back towards centre field, but he's 35 out from his own try line. Munster at dummy half. Handed off to Warbrick on his right, who takes it up towards the 40. 10.5 minutes to go. It's with Grant, who hands it off to Wishart over the halfway line. 3rd tackle coming up. Just inside Broncos territory. It is left to Utsukamanu. A carry up towards the 40. Still pumping his legs. Still going. Good carry there. 35 metres out. 2 tackles to go. Grant in centre field. Scoops the ball up. Out the back to Hughes. Switches back to Farlongo. Possible break there, but that's a strong shot from Mam. He looks uncomfortable after that. Short side right. Quick play the ball. Hughes chips the ball towards the back right. Walsh underneath it. Hughes goes up though, or Grant goes up, knocks the ball on just in front of the try line. 9 minutes, 45 seconds to go. They're going to go to the bunker here just to make sure they know which way it's gone. So he thinks it's a knock-on from Melbourne, but he just wants to review it, which is a smart call. Smart call. I do think it was a knock-on from Melbourne. Let's have a look. Nearly impossible to tell. Okay, they're saying it came off Jack Howarth first, so this is going to be Broncos' ball. Okay, so 9 minutes and 47 seconds to go. Broncos with a 4-point lead. And they're going to play this on their own 10 near the left touch line. It's Karapani with the first carry. Cutting back towards centre field. So 9 minutes and 40 seconds to go. What have Melbourne got in the locker here? And can Broncos see the game out for their first win of the season? 9.5 to go. Second tackle. Pakes just over the 10 at dummy half. Goes right to Staggs. Next carry from him up towards the 20. Plays for Pakes. Goes down the short side right to Ricky. 2 tries in this game so far. On for a hat-trick. Maybe he could do it. Maybe. 9 minutes 15 to go. 2 tackles left. Pakes goes left to Carrigan. Then across to Mam. They're going for a spread here. Across to Mariner. Cuts back inside up towards halfway. And 5 metres inside Melbourne territory. So a good end to the set here. Needs a good kick from Hunt. Hits the belly of the ball. Could be a tough take for Suafarlongo here. Takes it cleanly though on his own 10. Cuts back towards the left. Nearly finds a break actually. Just over the 20. Melbourne are going to start throwing it around soon. Munster hands it off to Warbrick. Strong carry from Will Warbrick over the 30 and about 5 extra metres. Really good carry. Second tackle, Grant. Left to Meany. Down the left edge over the 40. 8.5 minutes to go. 3 tackles remaining. Grant now in centre field with Munster on his right. Out the back to Hughes. Still shifting right. Then to Farlongo. Now to Howarth. Steps back inside. Mariner with another great tackle. Quick play the ball for Farlongo. Now with Munster. Goes at the line. Up towards the 30. Still going. Still going up towards the 20. Finally stopped. Gets an offload as well actually for Kamikamitha. Up towards the 10. Last tackle, 8 minutes to go. Great chance for Melbourne here. Quick play the ball. Grant shifts it right to Hughes. He's going to chip towards the back right, is he? Yes, he is. Warbrick is tall. He can get this one possibly. Can't quite collect it cleanly enough. I think he might have knocked on in goal. It's pushed over the dead ball line by Mariner. But that might have been knock on from Storm first. It was. It's all kicking off, folks. It's all kicking off. Well, Munster with a great carry. 7.5 minutes to go. Broncos in possession. It's a 20-metre tap, 7 tackle set, and they're up towards a 30. Now with Anderson, making about 5 metres there. 7 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Second tackle. Now with Willison. Over the 40, few metres shy of halfway. Pakes goes right to Carrigan. Cuts back towards the left slightly. Bumps off Hughes. Takes an inside Storm territory. Storm want to make sure they don't give away a penalty here. So the Broncos go for 2. Walsh down the right edge now with Staggs. Stop near the right touchline. 25 metres out. Last tackle. 54 metres gain on this set. Walsh with a chip on the last. Farlongo underneath it. Goes up. Collects it cleanly. Comes down with it. 5 out from his own line. Well taken from Farlongo. Storm with a long way to go. Brisbane have to be disciplined here. Moses Leo with the first carry. Might have lost the ball there. Just collects it cleanly enough. Could have been a loose carry. Latest carry from Meaney. Stopped just shy of the 20. 6 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Third tackle. Now with Wishart. He's up towards the 30. 2 tackles remaining. They'd love a 40-28. It's now with Munster. Across to Farlongo. Down the left edge. Then across to McDonald. Straightens up. Stopped on the 40. Well done, Broncos, restricting the Storm up towards the 40 here. Last play of the set with Munster. They're going to have a go here, I think. Hughes back inside to Munster. We've seen this so many times before. Support on his inside. Kicks towards the back right. Warbrick to chase it. Is it going to find touch? Yes, it is. Warbrick can't quite get there. To be fair, the ball's gone out behind the 10. That's not a bad place to have the ball go out. That's not too bad. That was nicely done. So Munster goes across to Hughes. Back inside to Munster. Finds a break. Kicks towards the back right, but just too much on it. Just too much on it. 5 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Broncos are going to have possession on their own 10. The Storm, they've got to be quick off the line, but disciplined here. They cannot give away penalties. They cannot afford to do it. With 5 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. Walsh, 15 out from his own line, goes right to Staggs, who takes it up towards the 20 down the right edge. Oof, Munster hit high from maybe the hip from Staggs there. 5 minutes to go. Up towards the 30. Broncos in possession. Centre field with Carrigan. Goes left to Mam. Pops it up to Piacora. I think he's helped to change the game a bit as well, Brendan Piacora. Fourth tackle. Carrigan through centre field over the 40. 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Last tackle here. Pakes on halfway. Goes right to Hunt. Puts boot to ball down the right hand side. Farlongo underneath this one. Collects on the 10. Hands it off to Meaney. He'll take the first carry of this. Up towards the 20. Could have been a high shot, but it's not given. It's now with Moses Leo. With a carry down the left edge, only making about 5 metres. He's slow to get up. Maybe trying to force a penalty here. Or did something happen to him? Not too sure. Oh, it is a penalty. It is a penalty for Melbourne Storm. Was that a crusher? High shot or a crusher? Either one. Didn't quite see. Who's on report there? Didn't quite see. Someone is. Ooh, that looked like a shoulder from Staggs, actually. There might be Staggs on report. Yeah, that's a shoulder from Staggs. So, he is on report. 3 minutes and 49 seconds to go. Storm will kick to touch in a second. They'll get some much-needed territory. I do kind of hope they score. Not just because I predicted them to win, but I want this, the excitement to keep going. What have we got in these final 3 minutes and 45 seconds? So Hughes will kick to touch from his own 30. Melbourne Storm will start a fresh set from the halfway line. Moses Leo will tap. Goes right to Munster. Switches back to Stefano Utokumanu and he pumps off Jordan Ricky. Takes it inside Broncos territory. 3.5 minutes to go. They'll get at least 2 full sets, provided it's both are completed properly. And we've got a player down at the moment. Leo's going to have to go for HIA, so who comes on? Wishart to centre, possibly? Or it'll be McDonald to centre. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what they do, but 3 minutes to go. Tuamulatu Brown will come on. Tuamulatu Brown will come on. I should have thought of that. But he's going to go to the left wing. Meany will go to centre. And it's Munster with the latest carry. 3 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Second tackle. Just over 30 metres out. Grant in centre field goes right to Hughes. Switches back to Howarth. Takes it just over the 30. 3 minutes remaining. 2 tackles left for Melbourne Storm. Grant goes down the short side right. Flat ball to Chan. Cuts back inside. He could do with an offload. Doesn't quite get one. Just less than 20 metres out. Last tackle. Grant goes left to Hughes. Then across to Munster. Steps back inside. Room to run through centre field. Needs an offload. Can't find one. He's going to be... loses the ball backwards, I think. Tackle is complete. 2.5 minutes to go. So it's not a bad place to turn the ball over. Not a bad place. All's going to try yet? No. Two for Ricky, 1 for Stags. Broncos are taking forever to play this ball, which I don't like. I don't... Play the ball, man! Hate this stuff. Hate it. 2 minutes 15 to go. Broncos on their own 10. Karapani will play this ball in a second. For Mam. Hands it off to Willison. Stop just shy of the 20. Plays it for Pakes. Carries the ball himself. Only makes a couple of metres. 1 minute 55 to go. So I think Storm will get at least one set. One final set in this game. Over the 30. 2 tackles to go. 1 minute 45 remaining. Pakes near the right edge. Back towards the middle to Payne Haas. Straightens up with a strong carry over the 40. 1 minute 35 to go. Last tackle for Brisbane. They go left to Walsh. Puts boot to ball. Plenty of height and distance on this one. Farlongo underneath it. Collected 5 out from his own line. Needs a good return here. Up towards the 20. That might have been high. I think it was high, but it's not given. 1 minute 20 to go. So this might be Melbourne Storm's only set unless they get some 6 agains here or a penalty. Warbrick with a strong carry over the 30. 1 minute 10 remaining. Second tackle. Grant goes left to Munster. Switches back to Tuamulatu Brown with a carry over the 40. 1 minute to go. 3 tackles left. Up towards halfway with Grant. Across to Liero. Nearly wrapped up. Gets an offload to Wishart. Cuts towards the left edge. Switches or fakes the switch back to McDonald. Then switches back to Meany. Just shy of the 40. 2 tackles to go. 45 seconds left. They could do with a 6 again here. I think they need more territory. Right to Munster. Flat ball to Utukamanu. Needs an offload. Doesn't quite get one. 30 metres out. Last tackle. This is going to be the last chance here for Melbourne. Chip towards the back right. We need a contest here. It is batted backwards. Still the last play. Farlongo needs to collect it. He does. Gets past one. Cuts towards the right edge. Still going. Gets the ball off to Warbrick. Needs an offload here. Gets one to Farlongo. Still on the right edge. Needs an offload. Tries to get a kick. But he can't quite get one, and that's going to be a knock-on. 10 seconds to go. The Broncos are finally going to get a win on the board. Finally. Stags is loving it. That is full time. Melbourne Storm 14, Brisbane Broncos 18. Wow. What an end to the game there. Melbourne Storm threw that one away a bit with the penalties they gave away, but Broncos were so clean in the second half. Completion rate, so much better. They completed the first 12 sets they had. And then still completed a lot after that. But yeah, second half completion was great from Brisbane. Too many penalties from Melbourne in the second half as well. Executing really well in possession, Brisbane. Finally finding some decent points in the game. But the Broncos, they get a win and they mess up my bet. Thanks, Brisbane. Thanks for that. But oh well. They finally get a win on the board. They've done it. And relax. Okay. Well, we're done. We can all breathe. We can all chill out. I'm a bit disappointed with Melbourne there, throwing the game away. How they did. They weren't nearly creative enough in the second half as well. It was quite disappointing from them. But let's update the table. So Sydney Roosters 4, Penrith Panthers 40. And then Melbourne 14, Broncos 18. So let's update this website and look at the new table. Okay, so it is Panthers first, Bulldogs second, Storm third, Warriors fourth, Knights fifth, Tigers sixth, Sharks seventh, Rabbitohs eighth, Dolphins ninth, Broncos now up to 10th, Raiders 11th, Eels 12th, Roosters 13th, Seagulls 14th, Dragons 15th, Cowboys 16th, and Titans 17th. Wow. What are you missing, Rick? What are you missing? Great comeback, great game. Well done, lads. Take it easy, Rob. Thank you, sir. Great call another game again. Thank you very much. All have a great night. Was a great win, indeed. What's your confusion for? What's the confusion? But yeah, great comeback from the Broncos. I am disappointed with Melbourne. But well done, Brisbane. That's the potential they've got in the side. That's what they can do. But as always, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm now up to 14,840. So I think I've gained 42 so far on this stream. 42, 43, something like that. So thank you for that. If you want to become a member, there's a QR code on screen or a link in the description. If you want to join the NRL Predictions League, then there's a link in the description as well. Just sign up and pick your winners every week. And I'll be doing 2 categories, points and profit. So even if you're late to the league, you can still go up on the profit ladder. Just need to make the right picks. All good, okay. You're a couple mins ahead during the game. I sync with you, came back and you were 2 mins behind. Just had to reset the stream. All right, okay. Okay. Get you some subs if I can. Take it easy, man. Well, thank you very much for that. Thank you. Well, everyone else that was here. Rick, Girl Horror, Bando, King, Payne, Harrow Brur, Basu, Jammer, and a bunch of others. Thank you very much for stopping by. It is greatly appreciated as always. Links to social medias in the description. That's my final NRL stream of the weekend. I would have liked to have done the Rabbitohs vs Tigers, but I'm going to have to miss that one. And just a reminder of the streams that I plan to do next week. I'm going to try and do Seagulls vs Roosters, Broncos Dolphins, Cowboys Storm, and Titans Dragons. I'm probably going to try and do those. But yeah, thank you very much for that, folks. Thank you for stopping by. We hit about maybe 200 people, something like that. But yeah, if I don't see you for the rest of the weekend for the Super League streams, have a great rest of your weekend. See ya.